Okay, I've been hanging on to this gorgeous yarn for a long time now. I just couldn't find the right project to make with it. Have you ever been there? Have you ever had a yarn that was that way? And then bam, I finally found it. I'm calling it the Enchanted Vine Keyhole Scarf. This short keyhole scarf is the perfect project for this stunning Noro Kureyon, Mary, you'd be proud of me, yarn in the color Musashino. And let me tell you, this project is totally it. It's chic, it's cozy, and it's a breeze to whip up. You only need one skein, just one. I mean, who doesn't love a project that requires minimal yarn but still looks amazing, right? So let's go ahead and dive in. But before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to my favorite crafting pillow, the Volare crafting pillow right here. If you're like me and spend hours crocheting, you need something that's going to support you and keep you comfortable. The Volare pillow is perfect for crafters because it helps ease tension in your shoulders, your elbows, so you can crochet longer without feeling sore. Plus, it's super comfy and size inclusive, especially if you get the extender strap. You can get yours today with my link in the description section below. Trust me, your crafting sessions will never be the same. Thank you, Volare, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. All right, let's talk about the yarn we're using today. This is the Noro Kureyon, and the color I'm using is called Musashino. It's got these earthy, beautiful tones that make any project just pop. I love these deep, moody colors too, they're totally me. And did I mention one skein needed, only 109 yards, 100 meters, or 50 grams. It's perfect for little accessories like this keyhole scarf. Now let's grab our crochet hooks. I'm using my favorite crochet hooks right now, the Latte Indigo size I9, 5.5 millimeter. I'm obsessed. You're also going to need a stitch marker in order to help you decide which side is which or what side we're doing what. Once you have your materials and you're ready to go, let's get started. To begin, I'm going to take the label off of the yarn and I'm going to squish it. I'm a center puller. I prefer to work from the center of my skein outward to avoid all that flopping about. Which way do you prefer? Are you a center puller too, or do you like to pull from the outside? Then go ahead and create your slip knot. Attach your crochet hook and start by chaining 3. The last 2 chains of this chain 3 are your half double crochet stitch and turning chain. For row 1, we're gonna half double crochet in the very first chain. Yep, that's it, that's row 1. For row 2, we're gonna chain 1, turn our little bit of work, make 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and make 2 half double crochet in the top chain. That's an increased half double crochet stitch. So 1, and 2. Grab your stitch marker and place it around the last stitch that we made. This will indicate the side in which we're going to make all of our increases on. Awesome! Now let's continue on. For row 3, chain 1, turn your work, make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across. You should end row 3 with a total of 3 half double crochet stitches. For row 4, we're just going to repeat what we did in row 3. Chain 1, turn our work, and make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across. By making 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across for 2 rows, it's going to help us to gradually angle the shape of our scarf. Make it much more narrow and less sharp, more slanted. For row 5, we're going to chain 1, turn our work. It's in row 5 that we will be making an increased stitch. So look for that stitch marker. We will only make any increased stitches on the side that has the stitch marker, the indicator. I see the stitch marker on this same side that I'm working on. So my first stitch will be an increased half double crochet stitch. And then just make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across the row for a total of 4 stitches. Great, now you're going to be looking at something that looks like this. For row 6 and 7, all you're going to do is chain 1, turn your work, and make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across. For row 6 and 7, you should have 4 stitches per row. It is row 8 that we're going to make our increase. Row 8 is our increase stitch row. Again, remember, 2 rows of just 1 stitch and then increase. Row 8 is an increased stitch row. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, and then we're going to look for the stitch marker. Which side is the stitch marker on? Because that's the side we're going to make our increase on. For row 8, we're going to start by making 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across. It is the very last stitch that we are going to make the increase half double crochet stitch, because that's the side that has the stitch marker on it. Awesome. Now the repeat pattern that you're going to follow is make 2 rows where there's only 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch, and then in that 3rd row of the repeat you're going to make an increase stitch row where you will look for the stitch marker and make 1 increase half double crochet stitch in the first or last stitch depending on which side has the stitch marker. Repeat this pattern through the end of row 50 or until you've reached 19 stitches in every row. At row 51, we will be making our keyhole. So chain 1 and turn your work. Make 1 half double crochet stitch in the first 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. Now chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. And skip 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This next stitch, stitch 8, that's where we're going to make our half double crochet stitch. In fact, we're going to make 1 half double crochet stitch in the last 8 stitches to finish off the row, leaving us with 19 stitches to end row 51. For row 52, all you're going to do is chain 1, turn your work, make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across and every chain. I wanted to fast forward to getting to this keyhole part. You're going to make your half double crochet stitches into the chain, not around the chain. If you work your stitches around the chain, then they can slide and it's not as clean. In this particular project, this pattern, I want you to make your half double crochet stitches into the chain themselves. Again, ending with 22 stitches. For row 53 through the end of row 60, all you're doing is chaining 1, turning your work, and making 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch across. Super easy peasy. Ah, look at that. Go ahead and grab your scissors. Cut a long enough tail for you to weave in your ends. Then tie off your work. Your project is technically complete. Go ahead and grab that yarn needle so you can weave in your ends. The way that I like to weave in my ends is I like to work under, over, and through stitches and through yarn strands to get those fibers to really cling together for a more secure hold. Once I get about 2-3 inches into the work, then I double back, and that's the trick that I like to use that really helps me to secure my ends. Congratulations, guys. I hope you love it. All right, now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite yarn to use for accessories like this one? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, push that thumbs up button, subscribe, and share it with a fellow crochet lover. And hey, hit that notification bell so that way you never miss out on my latest crochet projects. And don't forget to check out the next video that you're gonna find right here. It's a fun one. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for crocheting with me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.